Would you ever see the possibility of staying in polygamy, taking another wife?
If the other 4 wives were still in?
No.
Oh, just me and Robyn?
Yeah.
No, hell no. And I'll tell you why. Because we already failed.
Do you still believe in polygamy?
It's a tough one right now for me. If I had some sort of guarantee and Kody was up for it, yeah.
Kody and Robyn talk future polygamy, a sister wife's perspective. In the ever-evolving world of reality television, few families have captured the public's attention and stirred as much conversation as the Browns of Sister Wives. For over a decade, Kody Brown and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, have offered viewers an intimate, often controversial glimpse into their plural marriage, a lifestyle rooted in fundamentalist Mormon beliefs. While the show began as a platform to normalize and explain polygamy, it has since evolved into a complex narrative of love, loyalty, power dynamics, and personal transformation. As the family continues to navigate shifting relationships, financial strain, and emotional upheaval, one conversation has recently taken center stage: Kody and Robyn's vision for the future of their polygamous lifestyle. In recent seasons, the spotlight has increasingly shifted toward Kody and Robyn, particularly as their relationship appears to grow stronger while other sister-wife dynamics fray. The once balanced hierarchy among the 4 women has noticeably tilted, with Robyn emerging as Kody's primary partner in both emotional and logistical terms. This shift has sparked intense speculation among fans and critics alike. Is Kody preparing to fully transition into a monogamous-like relationship with Robyn, even within the framework of a polygamous marriage? And what does the future hold for the broader structure of their plural family? Robyn, who joined the family in 2010 as Kody's 4th wife, was initially presented as a breath of fresh air, a younger, more modern woman who could bring unity and renewed energy to the household. Unlike the other wives, Robyn was not raised in a polygamous environment, and her entry into the family was met with both excitement and skepticism. Over time, however, her bond with Kody has deepened, and her influence within the family has grown. She and Kody have often spoken of their shared vision for the future, one that includes a more streamlined, manageable version of polygamy, possibly involving only 1 or 2 wives. In a candid, off-the-cuff conversation during a family gathering, Kody and Robyn opened up about their thoughts on the future of their marriage structure. While not officially part of a scripted episode, the exchange was captured in behind-the-scenes footage and later discussed in interviews and social media commentary. The conversation, though informal, revealed a profound shift in how they view the sustainability and practicality of their current lifestyle. "We've always said this wasn't about having 4 wives forever," Kody admitted, seated beside Robyn on a patio overlooking the Arizona desert. "It was about following what we believed was God's will at the time. But times change. People change. And honestly, the way things are now, it's not working like it used to." Robyn nodded in agreement. "We've been trying to hold on to this idea of equality among the wives, but the truth is, it's not equal. It hasn't been for a long time. And pretending it is only causes more pain." This acknowledgement is significant, especially given the foundational principle of Sister Wives, that all 4 women are equal partners in the marriage. The show was built on the premise of sisterhood, cooperation, and shared love. Yet, behind the scenes, tensions have simmered for years. Meri, the first wife, has often expressed feelings of marginalization. Janelle has struggled with being sidelined despite her long-standing commitment. Christine, who left the marriage in 2021, cited emotional neglect and lack of support as key reasons for her departure. And Robyn, despite her growing closeness to Kody, has faced criticism and resentment from the others. The conversation between Kody and Robyn didn't focus on assigning blame, but rather on envisioning a future that is more honest and sustainable. "We're not trying to hurt anyone," Robyn said. "But we also can't keep living a lie. The reality is, Kody and I are building a life together, our kids, our home, our goals. And that life doesn't include the same level of involvement from the other wives." Kody added, "I still love the other women. I always will. But love isn't always enough to sustain a marital relationship. There has to be connection, partnership, shared purpose. And right now, that's strongest with Robyn. This statement, while gentle, carries immense weight. It suggests a de facto transition toward a prioritized partnership within a plural marriage, a concept that challenges the very definition of polygamy as practiced by the Browns. Traditionally, polygamy in their belief system emphasizes spiritual and emotional bonds with multiple wives, ideally with balanced attention and commitment. But Kody's words indicate a move toward what some might call soft polygamy, a structure where one wife is clearly favored, and the others are maintained in a more distant, perhaps symbolic role. Robyn elaborated on their vision. We're not saying we're ending polygamy altogether, but we're redefining what it looks like. Maybe it means Kody and I are the core couple, and the others have space to live their own lives. Maybe they stay married in name, but without the expectation of emotional or physical intimacy. It's about honesty and respect. This redefinition raises profound questions about the nature of marriage, consent, and emotional equity. Can a marriage still be considered polygamous if only one relationship is active and intimate? Is it fair to maintain legal or spiritual ties to wives who are no longer central to the family's daily life? And how do the other wives feel about being relegated to a secondary status? Meri, in a separate interview, expressed a mix of resignation and sadness. I knew this day might come, she said. When Robyn came into the family, I could feel the shift. I just didn't think it would hurt this much. Janelle, ever the pragmatist, acknowledged the inevitable. Kody's heart has been moving toward Robyn for years. I don't agree with how it's happening, but I can't stop it. Christine, now living independently with her children, has been the most vocal in her criticism. They're dismantling the family under the guise of evolution, she said in a podcast appearance. But what they're really doing is abandoning the principles they claim to believe in. Polygamy isn't just a lifestyle choice, it's a covenant. And you don't get to pick and choose who stays when it gets hard. Despite the pain and controversy, Kody and Robyn maintain that their intentions are rooted in love and long-term stability. We're not trying to erase anyone, Robyn insisted. We're trying to create a future where everyone can be at peace. That might mean different things for different people. For some, it could mean more independence. For others, it could mean staying close in a new way. They envision a future where the family remains connected, but not necessarily codependent. The children would still be raised with the values of unity and faith, but the adults would have the freedom to redefine their roles. Kody and Robyn speak of building a smaller, more intentional household, perhaps even a new home just for them and their children, while supporting the others in their individual journeys. This vision aligns with broader societal trends toward redefining relationships. In an era where non-traditional families, open relationships, and conscious uncoupling are increasingly common, the Browns' evolution may not be as radical as it once seemed. What was once considered a rigid, religiously bound structure is now being reshaped by personal needs, emotional honesty, and practical realities. Yet, the spiritual dimension cannot be ignored. Kody has long claimed that his plural marriage was divinely inspired, a calling from God. To scale back or restructure it now raises theological questions. Has God's will changed? Was the original calling misunderstood? Or is personal happiness now taking precedence over doctrine? Kody addressed this directly. I used to believe that God wanted me to have 4 wives. I don't doubt that that was true for a time. But I also believe that God speaks to us in different ways as we grow. Maybe this next chapter is also part of his plan, just a different part. Robyn echoed this sentiment. Faith isn't static. It evolves. And so do we. I don't think we're turning our backs on our beliefs. I think we're living them in a new way. Critics argue that this is convenient theology, a way to justify personal desires under the guise of spiritual growth. But supporters see it as a courageous act of authenticity. After more than 2 decades in a complex, high-pressure marriage structure, Kody and Robyn are choosing transparency over tradition, connection over conformity. The impact on the children is another layer of this evolving story. The Brown children, now young adults, have grown up in the public eye, navigating the challenges of a non-traditional family while also dealing with the pressures of fame. Some have embraced the lifestyle, others have distanced themselves. Kody and Robyn emphasize that their priority is ensuring their children feel secure and loved, regardless of how the family structure changes. "Our kids need stability," Robyn said. "They need to see that love doesn't have to look one way to be real. Whether it's 4 wives or 2 people, what matters is that we're honest, we're present, and we're kind." As Sister Wives continues to air, the narrative arc has undeniably shifted. What began as a documentary-style exploration of polygamy has become a deeply personal story of transformation, identity, and the search for peace. Kody and Robyn's conversation about the future is not just about logistics or living arrangements, it's about the human need for connection, the courage to change, and the cost of staying true to oneself. In many ways, their journey mirrors that of countless families navigating modern relationships. Monogamous couples face similar questions. How do we grow together? What happens when love shifts? When is it time to redefine the relationship? The Browns' experience, while extreme in structure, is universal in emotion. Looking ahead, Kody and Robyn seem poised to lead a new chapter, not just for their family, but for the public understanding of polygamy. They are not rejecting their past, but integrating it into a more sustainable future. They speak of legacy, of honoring the years they've shared with all 4 wives, while also embracing the possibility of a simpler, more focused life. "We're not running away," Kody said. "We're moving forward. And we hope the others can find their own peace in their own time." Robyn smiled. "And maybe, in the end, that's what family is, loving each other enough to let go when it's time." As the sun set over the desert, casting long shadows across the patio, the weight of their words lingered in the air. The future of polygamy in the Brown household may no longer look like the idealized version once portrayed on television. But perhaps, in its imperfection, it has become more real than ever. Sister Wives alum Kody Brown clashes with Real Housewives of New Jersey star on Special Forces Season 4, I Can't Even. When Special Forces, World's Toughest Test returned for its 4th season on A&E, producers promised an even more grueling, intense, and emotionally charged experience than ever before. The show, known for pushing celebrities to their physical and psychological limits through military-style training, survival challenges, and mental endurance trials, once again brought together a diverse group of public figures from across the entertainment world. But few could have predicted the explosive clash that would unfold between 2 of reality television's most polarizing figures, Kody Brown, the polygamist patriarch from Sister Wives, and Teresa Giudice, the outspoken star of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The confrontation, which quickly went viral after airing, wasn't just a moment of fleeting drama, it became a symbolic collision of ideologies, temperaments, and lifestyles. As the 2 reality stars faced off under the harsh conditions of the desert training camp, their conflict revealed far more than just personal friction. It highlighted the cultural divides within the reality TV landscape and the ways in which fame, identity, and ego can intensify under extreme pressure. Kody Brown, who rose to fame through TLC Sister Wives, has long been a controversial figure. For over a decade, the series documented his life with 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, and their sprawling blended family. Over the years, Kody's decisions, including his controversial marriage to Robyn in 2014 and the subsequent fallout with Christine and Janelle, sparked widespread debate. His public image has been one of a man trying to balance religious conviction, personal desire, and family dynamics in a modern world that often judges his choices harshly. Teresa Giudice, meanwhile, has built her brand on resilience, passion, and unapologetic honesty. A central figure on The Real Housewives of New Jersey since its debut in 2009, Teresa has weathered legal troubles, public scrutiny, and personal loss, all while maintaining a fierce loyalty to her family and Italian-American roots. Known for her fiery temper and no-nonsense attitude, she's no stranger to confrontation, on screen or off. So when these 2 strong-willed personalities were placed in the same training platoon on Special Forces, tension was almost inevitable. The show's format is designed to strip away comfort, privilege, and ego. Contestants are subjected to sleep deprivation, extreme temperatures, grueling physical tasks, and psychological stressors meant to simulate the experience of military special forces candidates. There are no luxuries, no private rooms, and no escape from the constant demands of the drill instructors. In this environment, alliances form, tempers flare, and cracks in composure begin to show. The first signs of friction between Kody and Teresa emerged early in the season. During a team-based navigation challenge in the scorching Nevada desert, the group was tasked with hiking over 10 miles while carrying weighted packs and following a series of compass bearings. Kody, who has maintained a relatively active lifestyle, struggled with the pace. At one point, he lagged behind the group, prompting frustration from several teammates, including Teresa. "I'm not trying to be mean," Teresa later said in a confessional, "but we're all tired. We're all hot. We're all hungry. But if you can't keep up, you're putting the whole team at risk. This isn't Sister Wives, this is real." Kody, visibly exhausted and dehydrated, responded by saying he was doing his best and reminded the group that everyone was on a different fitness level. But Teresa wasn't having it. "You said you were ready for this," she snapped. "You didn't come here to cry about how hard it is. You came here to prove something. So either step up or shut up." The exchange was tense but brief, until later that night during a leadership exercise. Teams were asked to assign a leader who would make critical decisions under pressure, including rationing water and delegating tasks. Kody, drawing on his self-perceived role as a patriarch, assumed the role of natural leader. He began issuing orders and organizing sleeping arrangements, even though the team had not formally elected him. "Who put you in charge?" she asked, arms crossed. "Last I checked, this isn't your compound. We're not your wives. You don't get to just take control because you think you're used to leading." Kody, taken aback, tried to explain that he was simply trying to help the team function more efficiently. "I've led a large family through difficult times," he said. "I know how to make decisions under pressure." "Yeah, well, this isn't your family," Teresa shot back. "And your family hasn't exactly been stable lately, last I heard." Christine left. "Janelle's done with you. Robyn's the new favorite. Forgive me if I don't see you as the ultimate authority on leadership." The comment cut deep, and Kody's expression darkened. In a later interview segment, he admitted he felt blindsided. "I didn't come here to rehash my personal life," he said. "That was a low blow. This is about mental and physical toughness, not dragging in my divorce drama." The moment became a flashpoint in the episode, with fans and critics alike weighing in. Some praised Teresa for calling out what they saw as Kody's entitlement and outdated worldview. Others defended Kody, arguing that Teresa had crossed a line by bringing his personal life into a competition meant to test resilience, not celebrity gossip. As the days wore on, the dynamic between the two only intensified. During a nighttime infiltration exercise, where contestants had to crawl under barbed wire while instructors fired blanks overhead, Kody froze. The noise, darkness, and stress overwhelmed him, and he began hyperventilating. Teresa, who had already completed the task, watched from the sidelines. Kody eventually pushed through, but the incident left him shaken. In a private moment with the camera, he admitted he was struggling. "I thought I could handle anything," he said. "But this is different. It's not just physical. It gets into your head. And when people start questioning your worth, your strength, your choices, it chips away at you." The breaking point came during a 36-hour endurance trial known as the Gauntlet. Contestants were forced to remain awake, complete a series of punishing drills, and endure interrogations designed to break their will. Sleep-deprived and emotionally raw, tensions reached a boiling point. During a team debrief, Kody suggested the group focus on unity and mutual support. "We need to remember we're all in this together," he said. "We come from different worlds, but right now, we're soldiers." Teresa, barely holding back her frustration, responded, "I can't even with you right now. You want to talk about unity? You spent the last 3 weeks acting like you're above us because you've got 4 wives and think you're some kind of spiritual leader. Newsflash, out here, you're just another guy who can't keep up." Kody's face flushed. I never said I was above anyone, he said, his voice rising. But I also didn't come here to be insulted every time I try to contribute. You don't know my life. You don't know my struggles. And you sure as hell don't get to judge me while we're trying to survive this hellhole.